If you take a hill or take a mountain and you look back and you're standing up there alone, but you believe in it here, then you stand there and don't give up. I'm Jim Coakley. I grew up in Hobart, Oklahoma. I grew up on a production ag farm. We produced sheep and cattle and then pigs as well. When I was thinking about taking this position, I thought, man, I'm going to miss being able to interact with those students and trying to make a formidable, positive, good impact on them. I've been teaching for 22 years and that's where I'll retire. I'm at home. I didn't know if I'd have that opportunity, and it's been exactly opposite here at Oklahoma State, and they've allowed me to do that. Back when I was in education, had a lot of students that didn't have a ton of money, but they wanted to be involved. And you know, I'd have some say, I can't do it, I can't afford it because I can't buy a $500 pig or a $1,000 pig. And I said, well, you know, do you have $100? Because we can make that work. And we can make it work because if you and I both work together and we do everything that we possibly can, number one, then you've done something that you can be proud of. Number two, what if just by chance we fool around and win? That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it? And so a lot of those students got in the program, got into agriculture, got into production, maybe because of a $80 pig. When Kylie and Mr. Nemechek had the idea about the pork derby, I thought, man, that would be such a neat deal. And they said, can Oklahoma State produce that many pigs? And I said, absolutely. We'll do whatever we have to do. It made me giddy to think about, you know, could we positively impact 30 kids or 40 kids or 50 kids? They weren't just showing a show pig. It was teaching them the importance of daily care. It was teaching them the importance of record keeping. It was teaching them how important it was to make sure that you were consistent in watching your animal and recognizing health issues or things like that. And we're always trying to make those animals better and better and better. When we're checking heat and breeding sows, you know, at that particular time of year, you know, we'll be inseminating 4 or 5 sows at a time, and I'll just look up grinning and they'll say, what? And I said, we're making derby pigs, baby. I mean, we're making a difference. I work with the hardest working students, young people that you will ever see. Without them, there is no farm. And to see those student workers' passion, Christian Hammonds was a student worker, is now the assistant herd manager, and his passion to be successful equals mine, and we're all pulling on the same rope to do the same thing. That is the most rewarding thing for me because they want to be successful, and that's to bring pride to our university, pride to our state, and then ultimately I want satisfaction for my student workers. Some of the successes that we've had, you know, you talk about the champion gilt in 18 at the World Pork Expo. Fortunate enough, a couple of years ago, we had the champion boar at Belton. And then I guess the kind of the Cinderella story of everything would have been last year's National Barrow Show. We had the champion and reserve champion York boar. We had the champion and reserve champion York gilt. And we had the champion bred gilt. And the story about that is, I've had a lot of people say, well, were there anybody else there? And yes, to answer that question, there were other pigs there. I want everybody to understand that this award is for my team, not me. From family, friends, co-workers, supervisors, but also importantly, my student workers. But my immediate family, my 4 kids and wife, have given up a lot for me to chase my dream. And so that means that we all won instead of just me.